All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's do another session at Kuori, and we may also look at trolling Volkov again today. And this isn't even happy hour time yet. I hope that I'll at least get an hour in after happy hour as well, but we'll see. All right, so first of all, let me just say thank you to Glock Blocked. Glock Blocked feels so strongly about these lures. He or she actually sent them to me. So if someone feels that strongly about them, then I will certainly try them. So today we're going to be using some nice equipment here. And need to go ahead and silence my phone because it's going to be blowing up. So we've got steelhead. We have the steelness as well as the black box. Different strengths. Kind of wanted to try out some stuff. This is the Super Duty casting rod. This is the Heaven Creek Evora, and this is the Heaven Creek Armada. So again, we're kind of getting out our big guns here just to experiment with some different things. I don't often use these two rods trolling because I figure, well, I question, is it worth the wear and tear on them given the bonuses they give? But today we're gonna just do it. And I'm still thinking about which slot I want where. I want to get out on the water here shortly, but it may be best to hold this one because we're going to be able to pull them in the quickest on this one because it is the strongest. I think that's probably, I wouldn't normally do that. But yeah, I think that's what we want to do. So let's put the Armada in the second slot and then the Evora in the third slot. So it will go 1. And this will be with the Terminator SD10006. And then 2. And this will be with the Dodger Crank 10 SS07, 007. And then 3. And this will be with the Dodger Crank 10 SS001. And this has the strongest line on it. So again, we should be able to pull them in pretty quickly on that particular rod. Okay. So let's go ahead and get another ticket. I like to always have an extra ticket or two in the backpack, especially places where they're this cheap for a ticket. And let's see what we can come up with. Weather for today at Kuori. Looks like it's a little on the cooler side. I don't troll here enough to know if that's a good thing or not, but set these up at about 22 friction brake. This one's going to cast so much farther. The other two are actually. So I'm not going to have to. Maybe this one doesn't. That looks like more like a normal cast. Maybe it's this one that will cast farther. I don't know. All right, let's start trolling. It's almost 4 in the morning. It's time to get out trolling. I do want to try to keep this one in the water as much as possible. Look how far that went, 50%. Because it is our nicest, strongest setup. So it'll be the easiest to get fish in, but it's just safer to have that one in the hands because we won't have a spot to put it. So I think what I'm going to do is really try to to increase the use of this third rod. I am going to try to drive backwards a lot today. We'll see how that goes. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just back the camera up just a little bit more? So we could see those other two rods a little better. Okay, I think we're fine. So we got one over here, which unfortunately means we have to take our nice one out of the water. And I may end up changing this. We may end up going with it's a nice Arctic, didn't it? Look, we got spin fishing right off the bat. That's amazing. Okay, I think I've changed my mind already. We need to be turning here. I think I've changed my mind already. I think I want to go. I think I want to go with the Evora in slot 1 and then the Super Duty in slot 3. So that means we need to pull this big bad boy in. Get out the Evora. We might as well let the Evora be catching fish, right? And then we'll just throw this one in manually. Yeah, there we go. It's 5 in the morning. Now we're getting some fish. The Evora's already doing work here with the steelness. This is a really nice bait casting setup. Really nice. Alright, so we want to get right out towards here. This is why I wanted to have the Evora in one of the slots, because there's so much turning in our the pattern we're taking that I'm just not going to always be able to have the third line set up correctly. Thank you for the recommendations on the ultralight lures. I am trying to go 3 across these today, at least, with little heavier setups. So we have hit 84% on spin fishing. That is huge. And then hopefully we can make a little more progress today, and even in happy hour try to make a little bit more. So yesterday when we started trolling, we were at 83.2, and then we just kind of slowly, I'm not even looking where I'm going. We want to get into that deep pattern over here. We'll at least go till probably 10 a.m., maybe even noon with these current lures. And then we might rotate around a little bit if there's something that we see on the weekly list that looks like it might target something in particular. All right, now we need to head towards, not quite that far, like that. What is on our rod over here? I might have to check that. It's been 0 bites on this guy so far. Alright, we're going to at least get into this 10-meter hole a little bit. This is a really good spot. Typically, we won't stay the whole way in it, probably. We'll flip around here shortly. She really is the pike queen. Jessica Tim catches so many pike trophies. That's a fish on, isn't it? Yeah, probably better to swing a little wider here. Oh, there's a fish. Alright, this is on the blue Dodger, huh? There's an Arctic. So we are at 84.1%. Does that mean we just got a 0.1% on the lake trout? We've already done as well as we did on happy hour, and we're barely into the day yet. Now this one's starting to come through a little bit. Arctic. We want to turn. Is that a savan? No, that was a pike. Couldn't see it good. What if we did a... Has anyone tried trolling a jigging rig here lately? I don't know what we would be going for. Maybe char? I don't even know if it works. But I kind of want to try it for a little bit. All that's at Ladoga though, and that's probably casting, not trolling, right? You just don't normally see... quicker. I need to turn. Those are really light. We try one of these. Might as well try it, right? I don't know if that'll work or not. I bet most people are actually jigging these to catch char. Holy cow, this thing casts so much farther than a wobbler or whatever. Diver. It's a nice fish. Look at this black box. I'm telling you, it just like reels through anything. Except for this. The strength of this black box is not that high, but it's such good quality and it's bait casting. It just feels much stronger than the stats show it to be. That's a nice lake trout. Hey, we got spin fishing points again. 84.2. I wonder if there's a higher chance of getting it when you catch a nice fish. Interesting. I just don't think we're gonna catch anything on this jigging lure. I really don't. Wait, which one was this? Dodger Crank 10 SS01? Nope, it was the Terminator. Okay. The 6 or the 10. Daggum, I can't remember now. Sorry, guys. All right, let's start trolling here. We need to turn anyway. SD10006. So that's the lower one, right? All right. So we do have backup tickets, thankfully. All right, it's already been successful. I mean, we've had some nice fish, and we've also gotten points in spin fishing, more than I would have dared imagine for non-happy hour. This has been a really fortunate little bit of fishing here at Kuori. I think they changed that. I think Winding Rivulet and Mosquito and Volkov and Sura, I mean, I think they're all about the same now, if not exactly the same. Certain places are more, Oldberg and Kuori, namely. I'm not sure where Octuba and Amber fit in. All I know is you make so much silver there. If it is a little more expensive, it hardly matters. There we go. So I feel like it's just a lucky extra fish when we catch one on the one that we're holding. Although we did catch a lot more on ultralight, didn't we? I guess we could always switch back. That wasn't another point, was it? 84.2? Weren't we at 84.1? Did we just get another point? I'm going so quick now, I never notice. Yeah, this is about where we turn. We want to make a pretty hard turn here, right towards the island. Okay. Close enough. Alright, is there anything we want to switch lure-wise? It's another nice fish. So whatever this is that Dodger crank from yesterday. It is still just catching the really nice fish. I know I didn't close that yet. I want to get a little bit more line out. See, we have a line counter on this black box. I really like to be at 10 or 11 meters trolling distance. I think I might be just good with the lures we have. I mean, the only thing I've thought about doing is going back to ultralight on the middle hand, on the third rod, but it's hard to get it out 10. There we go. Really probably ought to do a full cast with that one, with the black box line. There's an Arctic. Both catching them left and right now. We'll see if that goes 11. Yeah. So pretty much full cast on that one. Go. Did we just get a fish on? That's funny. Literally as we were pulling it out to grab this one, something jumped on it. Oh, I didn't do 100%. This one's slaying it right now. Another Arctic. We haven't seen the Kuori in our spot over here today. We made a lot of silver and got some decent experience off those Kuoris over here yesterday. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about trolling Volkov again too. I'll check weeklies. We may go back to our snatchers, but we might try something else if it looks like other things are showing up on the weeklies now that we've got a couple days into the week. Don't like to see that. That's not the fish we're looking for. The goal here is points in spin fishing. As long as we're catching enough fish to cover travel costs, which we're way more than that, we're doing way better than that. I mean, the rest I don't care a whole lot about. We were averaging between 200 and 300 silver for 1 day trolling. Did 2 days at Kuori yesterday and 2 days at Volkov. Volkov did a little better money-wise, but they weren't that far apart. They were pretty close. Caught a lot more pike at Volkov though. It was getting a little scary. Might have to overload some reels and just get a little bit stronger fluorocarbon leaders to resist that pike bite. I think once you get past a certain strength, at least the chances of it getting bitten off decrease. It still can happen, obviously. I'm also hearing that there's some nice fishing amber going on again. That's always tempting. Maybe I'll do an amber visit between the trolling. I don't know. It's not very economical with traveling, is it? We'll see. If we can just do this every day, you know, for a week or so, we're gonna hit 90. Whoa! This lure, which one is this? The Terminator? It is like, I don't know if it's time of day, it's overcast, I don't know what it is, but it is suddenly just like picking up. It's a nice Arctic too. Yeah, this is the Terminator SD10006. Get it back in the water. Uh-oh. Can't right now. Another nice fish. So it's an Arctic kind of day, huh? I'm okay with that. I like those Arctic kind of days. How slow has this one gotten? Pretty slow. This might be a 2 cup of coffee kind of day. Doesn't it look like that thing's getting nibbles? I don't think it is, though. I think it's just the pull. Alright, we need to turn. Wait, you can't troll at Balaya. No boats to troll with at Balaya. Beautiful. Don't worry, I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Wow. Have y'all ever used a reel with a line counter on it? It's much more useful when you are casting from the boat or from the shore, because what it allows you to do is see if there's a pattern of kind of where the fish are biting from where you're casting, and then you can get a little more specific on, that's a savan. I really wanted to catch some nice savan trout here. At least that's a marker savan. Such a beautiful fish. And that was one of the lures that that we had recommended to us. Okay, guess we're going this way. Wait, are we? We might not be. get back into that trail over here. And we're almost in it. Oh, hey there. Hey there, Mr. Fishy. Look at this, y'all. My goodness. We're seeing some pretty fish today. Only thing we haven't seen is that colorful Kuori yet, but we had some of those yesterday, so I won't complain. Hey, this is a decent fish here. We've got 2 fish on it, looks like. I mean, this is a nice fish. Hey, guess what we just got? Kuori Lake has answered our request. Woo! 84.3. I love it. I love it. $84.4, guys. What is going on? What is going on? Let's throw this one right a little bit because we know we're about to be turning left here. I can't believe that. 84.4. Seemed like yesterday in the evening or late afternoon, this kind of time, when you'd expect to have, you know, one more rush of some decent fish, it kind of slowed down on us. We'll see what happens this time around. looks like the right line. This looks like the right line. Alright, it's about time to turn. We'll use this fish to help us turn a little bit. Is that a grayling? That's interesting. It's kind of a big lure to catch a grayling, but I'll take it. The hidden mechanics of spin fishing. I don't know, that's getting really technical. Life ended. I assume you're going to watch this video. I am not one that enjoys doing a lot of the like really technical, scientific little like experiments and stuff that some of the Russian and German players in particular have done, like testing the hidden strength of reels. Like, I know it's there. I don't feel like I need to know the exact numbers. So there's a lot of the like techie side of things that I just don't get into a whole lot. In terms of test, that is important, and especially with bait casting, you'll see that both the bait casting reel and rod have tests on it, which is something I didn't realize. But I feel like the starting point is looking at the test of the rod, and all this test means is how much weight can be on the line to function properly. So if the test is too light, if the weight on your line is lighter than the test of the rod, or the reel for that matter, then it's not going to cast properly. Which may not be a big deal in trolling, but in just everyday use, you're not going to be able to get much of a cast out of it. If the weight on your line is heavier than the test, then you're in real trouble, because that means you could snap it while casting or while using it. It could break the rod or break the mechanics of the reel. So it is something you have to pay attention to. Most equipment have generous test ranges. So we have between 14 and 70 grams. Okay, this lure is 22 grams. The steelhead says a test anything from 25 grams. And again, I didn't even realize that these reels had tests on them. Let's look at the test on these real quick. So this rod is 14 to 48. I can't see the test. Oh, there we go. 14 to 48. Test is from 18. The wording on that is weird to me. From 18. And I wasn't even paying attention to test on reels till lately. So this rod is a really nice rod. It's got a huge test range, all the way from 12 grams to 60 grams. And this one says from 15 grams on the steelness. So I don't know. Again, I am not really I am probably just not your go-to person on trying to understand some of the... I guarantee you there are people in our in-game chat that understand some of the mechanics of these. Some of the hidden strength of this stuff, some of the like pairing up tests and everything. I kind of have a feel for what's going to work before I purchase something, but I don't know if I'm the best at trying to explain it all. And I functioned in this game until about like 4 months or 2 months ago without even realizing there was a test on these bait casting reels. Because if you look at spinning reels, they never have a test. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't know that any reels had tests until fairly recently. Okay, so we're in that prime time fishing time here. And let's see how many fish, if we can get a couple more decent fish before the night hits us. In the past, I've done videos on what I thought you were initially asking about was like how to use the different types of lures and jigs and get the proper message that you're reeling and jigging and all that appropriately. And I have done those videos in the past. I'm starting to wonder if maybe later in the day, if actually the fish are moving a little bit. I'm just not, I'm not used to what we're experiencing here, and this is what we experienced yesterday as well. Fishing being pretty good all day long and then slowing down sort of in this prime time, PM time. And I don't know if we should just like venture off course and troll somewhere we haven't been trolling during the day to see if they move at this point, or if it's just like random luck. But it sure does like seem to be slowing down. Now, one thing you can always do is you know, just anchor up over like this 15-meter hole, or sometimes these spots in here are really good to do this, and just cast from your boat a little bit. You'll catch some nice stuff that way. Somebody just hit level 12. Congratulations, that's awesome. We'll try trolling a little farther over to maybe halfway through D over here. See if we get any hits. Small fish on that line. It looks like. Yeah, the Evora has that bonus to casting distance, so you can... Holy cow. I don't remember what my drag is on, but... 22. These people going for carp. Every once in a while you're seeing the rig is cut off by fish. Sorry, carp. These people are going for pike is what I meant to say. Well, I don't know if you're actually, if they were targeting pike, they ran into a pike. It happens though. Alright. We could get one more fish this late at night, but control just a little bit longer here. There we go. $44 fish, not bad. $45 fish. Okay, let's check that cafe. Grayling wasn't quite big enough, I guess. So that's 71 silver. All right, remember that, 71. 350. A little more than yesterday, actually. That was very nice. Okay. Hey, we did it. We're at 84.4. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to Glock Blocked. Those lures worked out really well. Made some decent silver there, and more importantly, got some points in spin fishing. All right, I think I'll go do some Volkov trolling. We'll see, though. Thanks for watching.